Welcome to this MetaTrader 4 tutorial. My name is John Jagerson. This is being brought to you by ALPARI. In this tutorial we're going to be taking a closer look at platform and account management, starting with generating accounting reports and bringing up templates and workspace profiles within the MetaTrader 4 application. Most of the reporting functionality within MetaTrader 4 is all contained down here in the terminal window at the bottom of the trading station. There are several tabs down here along the bottom. The two we'll be taking a look at are the Trade tab, which is activated right now. I've made mine a little bit larger just so we can get a view as to what positions are currently active. And then the Account History tab that gives us more of a historical report of what positions we've had and the profit and loss in the account so far. What we're looking at right now is the Trade tab. Now if I need to have a little bit more detail here, in other words, if I have several positions on and I want to be able to see them all, I can resize this just by putting my mouse over the top of the terminal window. Turns into a little double arrow, and then I'm going to enlarge it a bit. This will give me more room to see what's going on. If I want to shrink that back down, I do the same thing. Put my mouse over the top of the terminal and drag it down just a little bit. As you can see, I have 3 positions on right now, 2 long, they're here in the type under buy, and then 1 short as a sell. Most of these columns should be pretty self-explanatory. Everything from the transaction time, when did the trade take place, what kind of a trade, buy or sell, so long or short, how big is my position, what symbol am I trading, so what currency pair am I currently trading, what was the transaction price, so what was the price at which I bought the Euro USD or sold the dollar CAD, that's in this column right here. Where's my stop loss at? Right now I don't have any stop losses that are active, but if I did, this is where they would be. The same with target price in the next column. If I had a target price or a profit objective, it would be listed here. The price is the current price. So as you can see, if we take a little example here, with a recent buy on the CAD yen, I've got the price of my transaction, and the current price is a little bit underneath that. So it should show a loss over here in the profit category, and sure enough it does. Down just $25. The terminal makes monitoring your current trades, those trades you have active right now, fairly easy. But what about trades that you've already opened and closed? Well, you can find those in the account history, and we can get a lot more information about our account here. The layout in the account history tab is pretty similar to the trade tab. So for example, you can see I've got my trade times, what was I trading under symbol, how large was that particular trade, stop losses, profit targets. I have the price at which I entered the position, as well as the price over here at which the position was closed, and the time it was closed in the time column right here. On the far right hand side I have the number of profits or losses, and then a cumulative total over here in the profit column that shows me how much I've gained or lost throughout my account history. Now if I'd like to print out a summary of exactly what's been going on in my account, both in the history as well as what I have currently active, it's pretty simple. All I have to do is put my cursor here in the terminal window. I'm going to right click. I'm going to select Save as Report. Here it's going to ask me, well, where do you want to save it? So if I save it just on my desktop and click Save, it's then going to display that statement for me within my web browser. You can see what that statement looks like displayed right here. Related to account management, one of the questions that we get quite a bit is, how do I change my password? How do I manage my passwords? Well, that's pretty simple. We're going to do that in a step-by-step process right now. In step 1, I'm going to go up to my Tools menu. Once I've pulled that down, I'm going to select the Options category. And from here, the Server tab is the first tab that's come up. There are a lot of other adjustments that you can make here within the Options category. And I can change my password just by clicking the Change button right next to the password field. So I select that. It's going to ask me to enter my current password and then to change the master password here. You can adjust or create investor or read-only passwords, but I think in most cases, most retail investors are looking to be able to create their own master password, as they're probably not sharing your trading station with very many other traders. And now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and click OK. I've both selected a new password and confirmed it. And it'll warn me if I've mistyped something. Now in my case, I'm clicking OK, but it's not changing my password. It's not closing the dialog box. And that's because I've entered something in the new password field that doesn't belong. So if you take a look at the requirements here, you need at least 5 symbols long and at least 2 of 3 characters present. So that includes letters, capital letters, or numerals, digits. I'm going to go into my password and make a small adjustment here to add another type of character and click OK. And sure enough, the computer took it and it's changed my password. So from now on, when I log in, I'm going to need to use that new password. I've changed the master password. That covers account management. What about platform management? There are two specific questions that we get that really fit into this category pretty well, and those are chart templates and profiles. Let's take a look at chart templates first. Now I have the default chart template applied here to the Euro USD, which I'm going to expand here into a full screen chart. Now if I want to change this a little bit but don't want to have to reapply my changes over and over again one by one anytime I want to change a chart, I can apply a chart template to it. I can do that, and it's a really easy process. I'm going to select my charts options, and under template I'm going to select the template that I want. So for example, if I want something that's a little bit different style of contrast, I could select one of my templates. It's called layers. As you can see, my profile has changed quite a bit. I've got a couple of indicators that are automatically applied to this particular template, and the look and feel is very different. If I want to switch back, I can just follow that process in reverse. Going again to my charts option, template, and I'm selecting my previous default template. Now the entire workspace is also customizable, so I can change which charts I want to be able to see by default. I can select different profiles, different workspace profiles that I can switch back and forth depending on what kind of strategy I'm implementing or just how it's convenient for me to manage my charting station. If you want to apply another profile, it's really simple. Up here on the top we're going to select our file option. I'm going to go to profiles, and then the profiles that I currently have are listed here. Now I could select Euro, for example, and that's going to change the look and feel of my charting window and the other things that are being displayed here in the charting platform. Now if I've made a few changes to this particular profile and I want to save it as a profile that I can bring up very easily and quickly, just go up here to again the file option, profiles, and select Save As. If I name this and click OK, it'll now be listed in my profile selection. So I've got John profile is available, and it's the active profile. Now I'm going to switch back to the one that I started with, which is in my case is default white. And we're back to where we started. This tutorial should have given you a good starting place for account management and platform management. Take some time at this point, try to repeat some of the things that we did. So for example, I would immediately try to adjust some of your charts and save a chart template. Practice changing between one chart template to another so you can see how the different styles, how you can switch back and forth between two different charting styles. Do the same thing with platform profiles as well, so you can switch from both the default platform profile as well as custom platform profiles that you've created yourself. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget to take a look at the other tutorials that are available here on the website. My name's John Jagerson, and this video has been brought to you by ALPARI.